Hello, in this video I will show you how to create a family to make these wall niches. As you see, the niches come in different lengths and heights and depths, so we need a parametric family in order to create those niches. In the big R application button, click on New and Family. We have to choose a template first. The template we are going to use here is a metric generic face based. The reason we are choosing a face based and not a wall based is if you are using a face based family, face based template, you can use this family onto a wall as well as onto a floor. So wherever there is a face, you can use this family to do its job. If you're using a wall based or a particular wall based or a floor based, you can use only on those particular item. But the face base, if you're choosing a face base instead, it will be a more it will have a more wide use. So click open. Here we are on the floor plan level of this template. If you click on the 3D, what you see is we have a kind of sample geometry here to use as a reference. And click on the floor plan again. We have two reference planes also. We need additional reference planes in order to make a parametric family. So click on the create tab, we have reference plane. Click on reference plane and create some reference plane. Make sure you're creating vertical, not at an angle. Then create two more horizontally in the length don't matter. Click on the align dimension, then dimension them and click on the equal constraint. So these two reference planes are now equal. Give a dimension, an overall dimension, which is going to be a parameter. Do the same on these horizontal ones. First make it equal, then one overall dimension which will act as a parameter. Now we need to add parameter onto these dimensions. Let's add the width first. So I'm going to click on this, the overall dimension, then you get this label. Click on the label and click add parameter. I'm going to call this width and make it as an instance, so you can change the width directly instead of going to the type properties. Click on instance, make it an instance parameter. Do the same for this, the vertical one. Let's call this height. Make sure you make it an instance parameter. Now we have width and height. We need one for the depth as well. For that, I'll come to the front elevation, and this is the surface, this is the top, and this is the depth. So add a reference plane again by clicking on the create tab, then selecting the reference plane and add one reference plane at the bottom. Again, the size, the depth doesn't matter. Click on the align dimension. Make sure you do from top to bottom because this is a fixed dimension. And whatever be the dimension, select the dimension, and in the label add parameter and call this depth. Make sure you make it instance again. Give it OK. Now come back to the reference level. Now we have to add geometry. Click on create, and we are going to add a void form. That's what makes the cutting. So click on the void extrusion and select a rectangle and make sure you choose the intersection of these two reference planes. You must choose as intersection. Then come to the opposite corner, and when both the reference planes are highlighted, not like this, when both are highlighted, then click there. No need to lock these dimensions, they are automatically locked with a 0 dimension constraint. Now we have to add the depth, but it's okay, just give finish. Now come to the front, and as you see, this has gone up because the value 250 was positive 250. So we need to bring it down to make the cutting. So click on this handle, then bring it down, and when that reference plane is highlighted, click it, and you must lock this. There is no automatic constraint here, so you must log it manually. Now come back to the 3D view. So this is our void geometry, and we have to do two more things to make it work. First one is in the properties menu, properties window, choose cut with voids when loaded. Click on it, otherwise you have to click it, otherwise it will not cut. We have to do one more thing. This is optional, but it's better you do it. You better cut it here itself. See, it's not cutting yet. You can still load this family, then do the cutting manually, but if you cut it here itself, the work will be much easier. So here I'm going to use the cut under the modify, click on cut geometry, then choose the reference geometry first, then click on the void, change the visual style to shaders so you can see the cutting. This is already parametric, so here if you click on the family types, you'll see all those parameters are available. So you can test it. Let me test the height to 850, and if you click apply, it changes, as well as the depth. Give OK. Now save this. I'm going to save this as niche, wall niche. Let me call this wall niche. So you have only one backup. Give OK, and then save. Once it is saved, it's ready to load into the project. So click on load, enter project. Now here we have to create one wall and one floor. We haven't created it. Let's go to wall, and I'm going to create an architecture wall. I'm going to choose one with large depth, so you can see that. I'm going to choose 300 and drag a small wall section. And also I'm going to create a floor, so we can test it on the floor as well. So here click on the floor architectural, again choose a large thickness 300, and here create a rectangular floor. Click OK. Now come to the 3D view. You have walls and floor to test. So in order to bring it back, you can click on the component, and then you have the wall niche which you just created, and click on wherever. We are not seeing it because we already made the cutting. So here click wherever you want, and that will cut. So you have a shading, so we can see the cutting. Click on component again. So here I'm going to, wherever you click, you're going to create that niche. Same on the floor as well. And if you want to change the values, you can click on each one of them. Since we have given them as instance parameter, they will appear here in the properties. You can make the depth more. I mean, make it 180, that's more deep, and change the width to 500, just make it more dramatic. So like this, you can change all of them individually. So that's the procedure to create a wall family. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn more about Revit architecture, you can reach me in Bahrain on this WhatsApp number, or send me an email. I provide training from basic to advanced levels, not only in Revit architecture. As you see, you can I can help you with AutoCAD, 3D Studio Max, architecture, SolidWorks, etc. Thanks for watching this video, and have a nice day.